Okay, I'm going to review the tax, tip, and discount information again. Now, know that all three of these procedures use the same first step. So for tax, tip, and discount, it's the same first step. Okay? So the second step in each problem. So the tax, you're going to take the price and add the tax. For tip, most of the time they just ask you what the tip is going to be, so you stop after the first step. If they ask you for the total of the bill, then you will add. Okay, so if they ask you for the total, again, you're going to take the price and add the tip. For a discount, you're going to take the price and subtract the discount. Okay, so we're going to do a few steps to show how we go about doing the first step. And then we will go from there. Okay, so if I said that I'm going to go to the store and buy some groceries and it comes to $37.50, and there is a tax of 5%. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to find out the amount of tax that we have on this product. So to do that, you're going to take the price and you're going to multiply it by this as a decimal. Now remember, to change that to a decimal, you're going to take the current placement of the decimal, which right now is behind the 5, and we're going to move it 2 places to the left, and that will cause me to drop the percent sign. So I have 0.05. So I'm going to take $37.50 and times it by 0.05. Okay, so when I do that, which I'm using a calculator here, I get $1.875. Now we're talking money, so money stops after the second place. So this third decimal is going to have to control whether that 7 stays a 7 or if it moves up. In this case, it's going to round it up. So I get $1.88. Now that's the tax. That is the amount of tax. Now, for me to find the total price that I'm going to pay, I'm going to go back to my price that I spent on groceries, and I'm going to add my tax. And so I get $39.38. That is the total that I'm going to spend on my groceries. Okay, let's look at another one with the tax. Let's say at Christmas time, our parents go out and they buy us a new game system of some kind, and we spend $599.75. Okay, the tax, okay, at that point, let's say we go to Tennessee and it's 8% tax. So again, I'm going to change this percent to a decimal, so that's 0.08. Remember, you move it 2 places, not just 1, 2. So you're going to take your 599.75 and times it by 0.08. So here we're going to get a tax of $47.98. That's the tax amount. So now to find the total, you're going to take your 599.75 and add your tax. Now sometimes you have to pay attention because the question might be from the beginning, how much tax are you going to pay on this item? Well, then that would answer this question. If they ask you what the total bill or the total amount you're going to pay including tax, then it would be this amount right here. Okay, so pay attention to the question when they do that. Now let's talk about tip. Let's say we go out to eat with our parents and we spend $69.25 for our meal, and our little waiter or waitress is really well, and so we want to tip them 15%. Okay, so I'm going to take the cost of my meal and I'm going to times it by, again, this as a decimal, so that's 0.15 this time because I move it over 2 places. So when I multiply 69.25 times 0.15, I get 10.3875. Again, remember we're talking money, so I'm going to round that to 10.39. Okay, so I'm going to tip the waitress $10.39. Now, if I just ask you how much you were going to tip her, then this is what I'm going to give you. If I told you or asked you how much the total bill including the tip was, then I would add the two together. But most of the time they just want to know what I'm going to tip the waiter or waitress. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say we go to a hair salon. Okay, some people tip the hairdresser. And let's say we did the big all-day works. And let's say we spent $125 at the beauty shop. Okay, and she did really, really well. And so we want to tip her 20% today. First thing, I want to change that to a decimal, so that's going to be 0.20. Now, that's the same as 0.2. Okay, so I want to take 125 and times it by 0.2. So I get $25 is what I'm going to tip my hairdresser. Okay, that is the amount of tip that I'm going to leave her for doing such a good job. Okay, now let's look at discount. Let's say right at Christmas time, we go out and we go shopping for some Christmas presents and we spend $137.26. And the store has a discount today only that we're going to get 15% off. So we're going to take the total price up here that we were going to spend, and we're going to times it by this percent as a decimal. So I'm going to times it by 0.15. So I get 20.589. We're talking money, so I'm going to round that to 20.59 is my discount. Okay, so what am I going to have to pay for the product? I'm going to take the price that I originally had and subtract the 20.59. So I get $116.67 is the amount that I'm going to pay. Okay, so just remember, tax you add, tip, if they ask you to include it in your final total, then you're going to add, and a discount is a subtract. Now, I want to do one that we want to find the total bill including tax and tip. So we're going to a restaurant and let's say that we spend $25.12. Okay, let's say that our tax rate is 4.5% and we want to tip 10%. Okay, so I have to do two things separately and then my final would be to add everything together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2512 and times it by my percent here, move 2 places, so remember I've got 0.045, So I'm going to find the tax. So that gave me $1.13 because I had 0.4, so I didn't have to round. So my tax is $1.13. I'm going to also have to find my tip off the original cost. So my tip here is going to be $2.51. That's my tip. So my total of the bill would be to add $25.12 plus $1.13 plus $2.51. So when I add those together, I end up with a final answer of $28.76. Okay. All right, and I want to do one more. Let's say now that we go to the store and we purchase something at Walmart. Let's say we went and we spent $237.61. Okay. We've got a discount of 12%, and then we have a sales tax of 3.2%. Okay, and I want to know the total cost. Now, on this one, you have to do discount first and come up with a new price. So we're going to take our cost of their stuff in their buggy, times it by this as a percent, which is 0.12. That's going to tell me the amount of discount, which is $28.51. So I'm going to take that price and subtract $28.51. Oops, sorry. So I get $209.10. Now this is the price you're going to pay tax on. So now you're going to use that price to find your tax. So you're going to times that by 0.032 and you get $6.69. So again, when you add your tax, you're going to use that new price. So I'm going to end up spending $215.79. Okay. All right, I hope that helps you with your tax tips and discounts.